ladies, let me tell you something. Now, this is the things that I saw. I saw you guys say that some of the issues that you're dealing with dating is men being emotionally unavailable. You're tired of the lies. You're tired of the cheating. You're tired of feminine men. So men fall in two categories. And if they fall in one of the two categories, it's going to determine what your experience is when it comes to dating. Here it goes. If they were a man who were the kind of man who loved pouring into you, doing for you, opening your door, being a gentleman, they had their money together, they were responsible, they were mentally healthy, they were emotionally available, those men tended to make way more money, they made better partners, they were more likely to commit, and these were men who were more likely to be in their masculine energy. And I'm going to break down what that means. However, for the men who were the liars, who were the cheaters, who were financially irresponsible, who had a problem with paying for the date, the men who wanted you to do for them and they're not giving anything back, those type of men were the men that fell in being in their high feminine energy. Now understand that everybody has feminine and masculine energy, but everybody does not have the same equal amount of feminine and masculine energy. Women have more feminine energy. To be balanced, a woman should be 70% in her feminine energy, 30% masculine. For a man to be balanced and in his healthy masculine energy, he should be 70% in his masculine energy, 30% in his feminine. Understand and think about this. The universe operates by frequency and vibration. The frequency of testosterone is masculine energy. The frequency of estrogen is feminine energy. However, there are women who are more in their masculine energy and they prefer to be with other women. There are men who are more in their feminine energy. They prefer to be with other men. But everything in nature has a polarized balance. That means that if he is in his feminine energy, ma'am, he's going to display certain characteristics. Think about it like this. As a woman, you have a vajayjay. It receives, it nurtures, it multiplies, it grows what it is given, it manifests, it creates life. It's intuitive. Men, they have a penile for a reason. Peniles give, okay? Peniles pour into. Masculine energy is the doing, giving, pouring into energy. So when you have a man that believes that a woman is supposed to do, pour in and give to him and serve him, you have a man that is out of balance, who is in his feminine energy. I call these men feminized. And those are the men, ladies, that are going to drain you. Those are the men that are running wild, okay? There are a lot more feminized men than they were back in the 2000s, 90s, 80s, and back in our grandparents' days. That's the reason why dating is much, much different than it used to be. And in order for you to increase the likelihood of attracting a masculine man, at the end of the day, you got to know what you're doing. And when you understand the science of what it takes in order to attract a masculine man, then you use it to your advantage so that you're attracting a quality man that can pour into you. If a man is in his feminine energy, ladies, you got to understand, that means that his testosterone is going to be lower. That means that his cortisol is going to be higher. He's going to be higher in his stress hormone. He's stressed the hell out. When men are stressed, they go within, they get selfish. It's not about you. A broke man cannot love you right. A man who is highly in his feminine energy cannot love you right. A man who is uncertain about his goals, who's uncertain about his future, who's uncertain about how to be a man or if he is a man, cannot love you right. That means that you, ma'am, have to go through the process of understanding how to properly date, vet, and select a man. And when you're doing that, you are determining first, is this man in his masculine energy? And I'm going to tell you how you do that. How do you go through the process? The first thing is you have to understand the science of what attracts a man and what turns him on. If you are out here operating in your masculine energy, ma'am, then you are a magnet to feminine man. Only feminine men are going to find that appealing. Only feminine men are going to be the kind of men that are going to be like, oh yeah, I love my woman to shoot her shot. Because for a masculine man, it actually turns down his testosterone when a woman pursues him. It is his testosterone that drives his hunter gene, okay? If you read the book by Luann Brizendine called The Male Brain, men brains operate differently than us. Put it in the chat.